selected.
Initiating drone connection.
Welcome to Vaporware, where we don't have a slogan yet, so we're still working on that part.
Where our rants are as real as Vaporware.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Our opinions are as cool as Vaporware.
My name's Lewis Stokes.
And I'm Hollywood O'Maro.
And I'm Daniel. I got no name for me. There's nothing fancy yet. But anyways,
we'll find our gimmicks.
Yeah. Go ahead, Lewis.
E3. What a show.
Yeah. A little late to the game, but yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Better late than never, right?
Yeah, I know.
I liked it. I wouldn't say it was the best show ever, but from what I took away from it, I thought it was great. I thought it was cool. I saw a lot of things in there that I'm excited for, and I look forward to playing. I'm definitely.
I didn't, but anyways, go ahead.
There were a lot of cool things that I'm pretty hyped for. I guess let's just start right off with
What do we have on the screen here? I mean, is that something we want to discuss first, or what's
we can get to it if you want, unless you guys want to talk about it right now, because I'm down for that.
Yeah, we can just jump right into that.
So, just to start out real quick, I didn't know this about this because I didn't really hear any articles, but as you can clearly see,
online banter, sort of like what we're doing right now.
But as you can clearly see in this picture, we have no camera yet, but you see this picture, it's Poncho Bijotes, which is actually...
It's not bigots by any chance, it's bigotes.
But is it just...
it's Spanish for...
Bigotes.
For mustache.
Spanish for bigotes.
Spanish for bigots.
Okay, but anyways.
It's actually Spanish for a mustache, hence the mustache on the O.
But anyways, this is actually like an image in Mexico. I saw this back in 2007, 8. I was laughing my ass off when I saw it. But anyways, besides that, Mario Odyssey came out recently, like the trailer, right? And there's a bunch of Mexican, there's a Mexican stage, right, with the actual sombrero Mario, which I thought was pretty cool.
Dude, it's like Cinco de Mayo all day long, dude.
Yeah, and there's straight Day of the Dead things everywhere. But it actually looks pretty cool.
Really nice looking stage.
It does. Well, the whole game looks good. I mean,
yeah.
And it reminds me of the ranch back home.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, with this image, though, it kind of pertains to that, because apparently there's people, well, not people, but...
There's a
people
group
like us.
No, Tell them.
Okay, go ahead.
What's your gripe?
All right, MC Lewis.
There's a group of.
You told me about it. I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, there's a group of people out there that found an image very similar to this offensive. There's a part in the game, or I should say, a part in the trailer, where Mario puts on a sombrero and kind of like plays the guitar and wears a poncho. Because the gimmick of the game is, Mario has different hats and different outfits that he wears with those hats. But not a lot of or there's a group of people that kind of took offense to this, as you see Mario kind of wearing a sombrero and wearing a poncho.
It's called they're calling it a cultural appropriation. Another word for the R word. They're just saying the R word right there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the problem with that is...
It's like the corporate way of saying racist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because racist, it seems like it's a threatening word nowadays.
Yeah. This guy's got worn thin, though.
For people that are racist, or for people that are ignorant, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
go on.
Well, anyways.
The problem with that is... this is a game about an Italian plumber...
Mm-hmm.
That
named Mario.
The name Mario that just jumps on Goomba's heads, and that's pretty much you're trying to save the princess and trying to fight Bowser at the end.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Mario is really, but go on about the subject itself, because you have that stage right with the actual sombrero.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so you have the sombrero, you have the poncho. I mean, but there's nothing really much more to it than just that. I mean, I think you also collect coins in the shape of nachos.
Oh, what? That's awesome, man.
Wait,
Yeah.
I mean,
hold on.
That's specific. That's more specific to that stage in particular.
I mean, well, I didn't see it myself. I didn't notice it, rather. But are you sure it was nachos? Because I don't know how you.
Hey, it was nacho cheese. Okay?
Yeah, they were triangle.
Let's assume it was like a taco or something, right? Because I don't know how you. I don't know how you collect nachos. but
hey, you know what? I don't see the problem with it. You know, if people could dress up like this during Cinco de Mayo and about it, then what's the big deal?
Yeah, I feel that it was more of a festive thing. They weren't trying to go for anything racist. I think this was just like Mario's kind of dressing for the occasion in this particular stage. There was nothing more to it. Nothing more to it than just that. I mean, I personally didn't see anything wrong with it. I think that there's a lot of things out there that do need to be addressed that are really racist, that aren't being addressed. And to kind of point at a game like Mario and say that that's racist is a little upsetting, to be completely honest. I mean, not to go too deep into other things that I personally find racist.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because when I see that, I personally don't. I mean, personally, I actually love when I saw that because I was like, oh shit, finally, Mario in Mexico or something like that. Remember State of Dead. But the thing is, I was like, I literally see nothing wrong with that. What he's doing. I mean, Mario always has to wear a hat. Why not give him some bro? It fucking looks great.
Yeah.
The poncho's cool and everything. It reminds me of this goddamn image right here. And I was like, that when I just correlated two of them together.
It looks
like,
cool.
This is great.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. But for people to bring it up as if it's like an atrocity, I'm like, dude, I don't know where you guys are coming from, because obviously he's not being portrayed, or he's not portraying Mexicans in a bad light of any type.
No.
Or he's not being stereotypical in any way.
Yeah, there's no negative stereotype in this trailer.
And the other thing you have to understand, though, is that people act like only Americans and people from Japan are going to be playing this game. But dude, it's like there's a lot of land countries, a lot of Latino fans out there that like this, and they'll see Mario wearing something like that, and they'll be like, "Hey, that's cool." I know if I was a kid and I saw that, I have to say that I'm Mexican American myself. But if I was a kid growing up and playing, Super Mario Brothers on the 8-bit Nintendo, and then there's a stage where he was wearing sombrero and everything, I'll be like, "Oh man, that's cool!"
Yeah.
It's almost like a shout out. It's like, hey, my culture or my people are being representative. Albeit a semi-stereotypical way, but in many ways, it's like to say that people don't wear sombreros is kind of incorrect in itself.
Yeah, well, one of the comments that I saw that came from one of the people that was complaining about this within the same sentence of calling this racist also said, what else are they going to do? Put a do-rag on him and then send him to the hood?
Detroit zone or Detroit?
Yeah. Mario in Deep Detroit
in Liberty City, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what's funny?
Well, I mean, what do you say about that, Lois?
Well, to be honest, that just kind of shows the ignorance of the people that are making these comments, because that within itself was extremely racist to say. I mean, what they pointed out was what that person in particular pointed out was a really kind of negative racial stereotype within the black community. Like being in Detroit, being in the hood.
Because only people that wear do-rags live in the hood.
And and dress, like go to the ghetto and stuff like that. Yeah. The reality of it is that's obviously not true. Like a lot of people, I know a lot of people that don't live, like in those areas that that do wear do-rags. It's it's to keep your hair nice and wavy. It's not because you're trying to represent like
what?
some
No,
I know. I mean, that was a sarcastic way. It was like
not because you're in the ghetto and you're trying to you're up to something bad.
No, you gotta admit though, like back in the mid 2000s when they had movies, like a good example was like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah.
I remember his brother.
Yeah.
He started wearing a do-rag for no reason. That's like appropriation right there. He didn't need to wear it. He's not wearing it for any reason.
Yeah.
But that's like when it's obvious. Plus, it's kind of funny though. I want to bring it back. no one made a big stink about it when they made Mario Sunshine. They're all Polynesian NPCs.
Oh yeah.
But no one made a big stink about that. Also,
Yeah.
like, and that's the whole game. I mean, you're gonna have them all over the place.
Yeah.
I forgot what they're called, but I mean, what's the difference between one stage of a guy wearing that sombrero?
Yeah, and I mean, and then also we got to discuss, look at Capcom and their Street Fighter franchise. I mean, a lot of stereotypes in there, but then no one lifts a finger about that. Granted, the game was popular in the 90s, and back then, not many people, I feel, were as sensitive to issues like this as they are now.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what God, I forget his name now. He was in Street Fighter 4, the Mexican wrestler.
She-Hawk? Oh no! Whoops!
Wow, you must
that was totally my bad. I'm talking about El Fuerte.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, no one really. I think it was like a small upcry about it, a little bit, but honestly, that one was just straight like a rip of Rey Mysterio. That's all it was.
Yeah.
And he knows how to cook,
Mm-hmm.
which is weird, but I wish he made tacos while he fought, but he didn't do that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, good point. I mean, it was a total rip of Rey Mysterio,
Yeah.
like Hugo was a total rip of Andre the
Andre the
Giant.
Giant.
But like at the same time, it's like he's like people get so big deal. Oh, well, he's a Mexican wrestler, typical.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're just making references when it comes to stuff like that. It's not,
Mm-hmm.
and what I can't really bring up a Mexican fighter or a fighting style besides luchador.
Well, I mean, it was like,
you know?
my thing is like, how come no one saw like, oh, here's Ryu and Ken. Oh, typical, karate, gi kind of people, right?
Typical Tom Cruise.
So yeah, typical Tom Cruise.
That's what it used to look like.
It's just, I don't know. I guess maybe we could save this for another discussion, but it makes you wonder what kind of people are calling out foul when it comes to this. When it comes to stuff like this.
It doesn't have to be another discussion because it can be pretty simple. It's either one, they could be extreme trolls that just trying to make a rise out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that could be totally a thing.
That's extremely.
Or there's
possible.
some people that think that any little thing has to be called out because they got called out on something before, so now they got to take it on someone else.
Very good point. Yeah.
That's all it could be.
And I think it's a very childish position to take, in a very immature position for people to say, to call out people or things like that.
Because you're just being a stickler at that point, and that's.
Mm-hmm. It's just it's like I said before. It's just like it's saying, oh well, this video game or this movie could do that. Well, why can't I do it? So I gotta call it out on it. But
That's pretty much what's happening. And
I don't know. What do you say, Louis?
Well, I just think that the wrong things are being called out. I think that within video games, there definitely needs to be more minority representation. There's not enough of it yet. I know that we're getting there, but I think that's what people should really be speaking out for. It's kind of raise the voice of opposition to all the lack of the minorities of minority in video games. You see something like this. This is cute fun. This isn't like.
There's a malicious. There's no venom behind it.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it kind of scares me that I don't know, Nintendo might not pull it, but I was kind of like when I was watching this and seeing how people some of these people were reacting, I was afraid, oh man, maybe Nintendo might kind of change up the stage or maybe change up.
I honestly hope not.
Yeah.
No, I think
I really hope not too. But.
I mean, the one problem is that I can understand that it's something we want to pull. Let's say, for instance, if the stage was Juarez and you're at the border trying to cross over or something like that. That's a little,
that's a big no-no right there.
Yeah, that's a big. Well, I mean, that's not the stage though. What they're celebrating that stage is, of course, Mexico, but also they're really pushing Day to Day Mexico, an actual holiday. So that's kind of cool. I mean, Griffin Dago did that a while ago.
Yes,
that's true.
There was that whole game was just they did that. Then there was another one. I think an Xbox it might have been. It was some. It might be Sony. But regardless of that, they had another Day to Day stage in there. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. They pulled this stuff off. I mean, seeing that stuff's cool. But unless they get to the point where they're showing Mexicans being like crooks, like under the bridge and trying to cross over and kill rape people, like no, that's not true.
Yeah.
But this one, it's like here's a guy just wearing a costume.
Just an outfit. And
and if people feel comfortable wearing that during Cinco de Mayo, and getting drunk and doing all this stuff, then what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Hey man, like I said earlier, I could complain about Corona making that Cinco de Mayo commercial, but I didn't. But at the same time, it's like this is something where people don't call this out. This is one time when no one says, "Hey, that's cultural appropriation. What are you guys doing? You're getting limes, making bullshit tacos. Then all making what do you call it? Pick up the guy one.
Well, I like the point that you brought up earlier, Romero, when you were talking about like things like St. Patrick's Day, when everyone wears green and celebrates, wears leprechaun hats and stuff like that. Kind of just I don't know, making light of that day.
Well, and it's like I think it's like most Americans dressing up as Uncle Sam for 4th of July or Memorial Day. It's more of a culture thing, I think, when they see Mario wear a sombrero and stuff like that, and less of a race thing.
Thank you. Okay, I guess I was trying to find my words there because it is more of a culture thing, and so long as that isn't brought about in a negative light, I think it's completely okay.
I think it's cool, man.
I personally like it. So
I couldn't give an example of like a hat that you could wear from my culture. I mean, maybe if you have like I don't know,
a black beret.
Or
that's not your culture. That's not your
Black
culture.
Panther Mario. Yeah. That would be awesome.
With like shades on and everything.
Just like put on some shades.
Curl up his hair a little bit.
Yeah. There you go. No, but in all seriousness, like this is just fun. It really is just fun. I mean, it's
for kids. It's a kids game, dude.
Yeah.
So obviously, they're not gonna go out of their way. Well, nobody will ever go out of the way. But obviously they thought ahead of time before creating stuff like this.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they definitely did. And like I said, dude, if Nintendo somehow wants to try to pull it off of the game or change it anyway, that's gonna piss me off, to be honest, because I kind of want to see that in the game.
Yeah.
Well, you guys know I'm a toy collector, an action figure collector, and as soon as I see the amiibo of this guy,
I'm getting it too.
I'm buying it.
Yeah.
I'll even buy like the freaking a 12-inch figure of this, or a plushie or something, or if they make a T-shirt, I'll wear it all day, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's just cool like that. But again, looking back at the picture you see on the screen, I mean, this is what we saw initially.
I feel like some tacos already, some cervezas.
That's good.
All right, well, what do you say, Louis?
Yeah, we can move on.
All right, guys. Well, that'll be it for today, and
for this topic in general.
Yeah, this topic in general. Yeah. So I don't know. Feel free to comment below.
Let us know what you think about the Mario and the Poncho and the sombrero.
And that jibba jabba.
Yeah. Or, just comment to see if you think we're right or wrong. Or if you have an alternate opinion, that's great. We'd like to hear from you. Or, just start a sensible conversation in the comment section. None of this trolling stuff either.
With racism involved.
Just let him talk.
Yeah,
just let him talk.
Just,
There's no filter. Just say what you want to say.
You guys gonna pull that crap and just
take it to
go to 4chan or something. Well, anyways,
I say let him talk.
Yeah, let him talk. I guess so. Have at it. Anyways, this is Omero,
Lewis,
Daniel, of course,
signing out.